If you recall, where did I put them?
Yeah, as long as it's half.
Okay, so yesterday we did this, right? What do you call this?
It's a square.
A rectangular prism, right? Prisms have two bases that are parallel and congruent. So this is a rectangular prism. What do you call this? A cylinder. Okay. Tell me the difference between this figure and the rectangular prism.
That's round. More of a circle.
It's round. There's a circle involved. Okay.
No edges.
Other than that, yeah, there's no lateral edges, right? Other than that, it really is very similar to the prism, okay? And I'm going to show you kind of how they come up with the formula, but then we will use that same formula again. So if you look at a cylinder, look at this picture here, okay? We start with a cylinder that looks like this. If you were to cut the edge of the cylinder and open it up and lay out a net for it, this is actually a rectangle.
What?
Right? The net for a cylinder would give you a rectangle there. You can think of it like this.
Yeah, silicone.
Right?
Oh, I did too.
Me too. This is a cylinder.
Yeah, I did it for English and for
My mom's car.
two different
Hello.
years.
This is a cylinder. If I cut it and open it up, rectangle. Okay? You good?
Yeah.
So in a cylinder, you have a solid with two congruent parallel bases that are circles. Okay, so base here, your bases will be circles, but your other part, this part here, is a rectangle. Okay. So when we want to find the lateral area, okay, if you're looking at this net right now, the lateral area is represented by what color?
Orange. That's orange. That's red. That's orange.
Oh. Okay, well, red or orange, it's not the right color. The lateral area, the area of your sides, is the green, right?
It was orange. It's red.
Okay.
No, it is orange.
What color is it?
And the actual thing is green.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it's red.
No!
Come look up here. It's red. Okay, so the rectangle, listen, the rectangle is your lateral area. And if you think about that, the lateral area is going to be then this length times this length. Okay, well, the way that we represent this flat edge up top is it's the distance around the circle, right? If I rolled that circle, it would roll perfectly along that top edge. So it is base times height, like a rectangle. What are you looking for? The what? Oh, shoot. I forgot to do it. Okay, so here's what I was, hopefully, what I was trying to say. That was a little bit ago. Your lateral area is the area of this rectangle. So the blue, okay, is the perimeter of the circle. The blue is the distance around the circle. So it's still P times H, okay? Perimeter of the base times the height of the figure. That's your lateral area. Your surface area is still the lateral area plus 2B. But now here's the deal. Your bases are not the same shape as they were before. Now your bases are what shape? They're circles. So what we need to do instead is we're going to think of it like this. Instead of LA equals P times H, the perimeter of a circle, do you remember? What's the perimeter of a circle?
360. No.
Not 360. That would be how many degrees a circle.
Darn it.
Circumference is another way of saying it. Pi d. So you're going to treat this as pi times diameter instead of p, and then times the height. Okay, so when it is a cylinder, it is pH, but we're going to think of it as pi dh. Okay? When it's surface area, we're going to take the lateral area plus 2, and instead of calling it B, we're going to replace that with the B for a circle. B is area of the base. What is the area of a circle? Pi r squared. Okay, so when you see a B, you put in a pi r squared. Okay, so they're the same formulas that we've been using. It's just that now this represents P, and this represents your capital B. Okay, so lateral area is pi dh. Surface area is LA plus 2 pi r squared, 2 bases. Okay? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. You are welcome to draw a picture of this if you want, if it helps you to see it. You don't have to.
What? Stop staring at me. Forrest, if you work at Not Scary Fun, then you could act like this good stuff.
Okay.
No, because
So here's your picture.
engineer, and all the actors are told not to act like he's there. And so if he talks, then you're supposed to act like you're like, who's talking? Like you're all told not to act like sorry.
I'm trying to like screaming at
I'll
one.
Anyway, so here's your setup, okay? LA.
It's not scary for this is like your first time going. You were so scared.
If LA is pi dh, what is D right now?
8.
D would be 8. It's your diameter. So if you're given a radius, right, this is a radius of 4. The diameter has to be double that. So it's pi times 8. What's h? 6. Okay? You do not have to memorize these formulas. I will give you the formulas. You have to know how to use them. You have to know that D is double the radius, right? You have to know that h is the distance between the circles. So this would be 8 times 6 is 48. The pi always comes behind it, and it's an area. Okay, so your lateral area is 48 pi square inches. Okay, surface area. The surface area is the lateral area plus 2 pi r squared. So that's your formula. What represents LA right now? What's your lateral area?
48 pi.
48 pi. We're just dropping this in. Yeah, Matt.
So, you know how people like do religions?
Does this have anything to do with the math we're doing right now? So no?
No.
Ask me later. Okay, 48 pi plus 2, knock it off, times pi. What is r squared?
4 squared.
16.
4 squared, or 16. Okay, so this is where this one gets a little easier to make a mistake on. Don't do anything with your pies. Treat your pies like an x for now, okay? Treat it like your variable. It's not, it's a number, but we're gonna treat it like a variable until we simplify things a little bit. You need to multiply these two. So this is 16 times 2. So that would be 32 times pi. And we have 48 times pi. What do you do with 48 pi plus 32 pi?
You times them. You
Not-
add them.
Add what?
Them together.
48 and 32.
Right, just the 48 and 32, and then attach the pi to it, okay? So 48 plus 32 is 80. Then attach your pi, and it's square inches. Okay? Questions on that?
Do you want to know the boy? Yes.
That's the answer?
That is the answer.
It is from the hurts.
Okay, example 2 here. It says you have a soup can So I'm going to draw another cylinder.
Can I have the granola bar instead?
It says it is 4.5 inches high,
It's gonna get everywhere.
and it has a diameter of 3 inches. Really sorry, it's not my best work. Okay, so if this is your soup can, look at what the question is asking. It says how much paper is needed to make a label that will cover the sides with no overlap. If you're trying to find the area of a label, what are you finding?
The length of the rectangle.
The rectangle, the lateral area, right? You're not finding the two bases on this one. If you're just finding the label itself, find that lateral area. So all we have to do here is LA, and we know the lateral area is
You don't
pi.
do SA?
You don't. So if this is pi DH, then what are you plugging in for D?
3.
The 3. And what are you plugging in for H?
4.5.
The 4.5. Okay, so here's what you do. Don't plug the pi into your calculator. You take your calculator, you go 3 times 4.5, and you get 13.5. Then attach your pi, inches squared. That is your lateral area. Okay. Now, technically, when it's a real world problem, the book's probably going to plug this in. I'll just have you leave most things in terms of pi. But if you did plug it in, this would be approximately 42.4 square inches. Okay. Questions on that?
No.
Okay. You have to do one more thing for me before you can move on from this. I'm going to draw you a cylinder. Put this just right underneath there on your notes.
You're gonna let for this one?
Do as they go.
Okay. I'm going to tell you that the radius is 6 and the height is 10. Okay. I want you to do this.
If someone dies, you can go to jail for lifeguard.
And that. Okay? And then we'll be done. What did you plug in? So if we're finding the lateral area here,
I found it. I know what it is.
Pi times 6 times 3.
what does D stand for?
Diameter.
Diameter. What's the diameter? 12. So pi times a diameter of 12 times a height of 10. Now, here's where you can do this poorly, right? Excuse me.
I was trying to get
Pi DH should be 10 times 12 is 120, and then attach the pi, inches squared. Okay, that's your lateral area. That then is going to get plugged in right here. 120 pi plus 2, oh, sorry, I meant to write this the other way. Pi r squared. But maybe you figured that out. Pi times, what's r?
6.
6 squared. Okay, so this is 120 pi plus 36 times 2 is 72 pi. So you're going to add that together. 120 plus 72 is 192 pi square inches.
Oh yeah.
That's your surface area.
That's what I got.
Great. Questions on that?
His name's been sloppy.
So it's the same thing as yesterday. It's the same formula. It's just that now we're putting pi in for perimeter and pi in for area of the base. Okay?
Press